this is Linda Fox. I'm senior reporter with PhocusWire. I'm at the World Aviation Festival, coming at you from the studio with partnership with Pros, and I'm with Mehmet Nane, and he is the CEO of Pegasus Airlines. Thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
So, in fact, you've just told me that you used to be in retailing, and you've been CEO for about 3 years now. So I'm interested what experience you brought to the airline from the retailing sector, given that it's a crucial time for airlines and their retailing strategies.
I think I brought the angle to be more customer-centric. And we designed all our processes by putting the customer at the center. At the end of the day, what we are doing is to make our customers happy. As long as they are happy, they try to move with us and they try to fly with us. And what to do to make customers happy is to make your employees happy. So we started the employee training programs for the sake of sustainability internally, and for the sake of sustainability of the customers, we try to understand them better, and we invented new programs in order to make them happy and listen to them more. So we try to use focus groups more, we try to understand the customer needs more, and we try to serve them better as they ask from us. So the only biggest dimension I can say that we are not thinking on behalf of them and try to act something on behalf of them.
So empowering them.
Empowering the customers, let them ask what they want from us, learn it, and react according to that.
Okay. So it must be interesting for you. You've got huge growth in the region. You've got the new airport expanding all the time, but you're also competing with a huge power with Turkish Airlines. So what's that like? How do you compete? Just talk us through, you're in a market that's, as I say, growing massively at the moment.
First, there is the potential. The second, we are trying to be more customer-centric, more near to the customer. People want to fly, but they want affordable flights. And as a low-cost carrier, we try to provide them the affordability. So that's very important. That's the main tool we have. The prices and the services attached to that. Both creates the value we're creating for the customers. So if they believe that we have value for them, they're flying with us. Else they can go to the other carriers. But if we want to continue the business, and if we want to have a sustainable growth and profitability attached to that, we want to listen to our customers, have happy employees, and try to create value for both. If you don't have the happy customer and happy employee, whatever result you have will not be sustainable.
Okay. You've talked, I think, in the past about the balance between the sort of low-cost airline culture with the passenger experience. How are you actually achieving that?
It's very simple. We are a low-cost carrier and we know our limits. In our limits, we want to serve best to the customers. So, as a low-cost carrier, we can't be a legacy service provider. No, we don't have business class. We don't have in-flight food free. But what we can provide them, in the limits of the low cost, the best services available. And for these purposes, we use digitalization a lot. We want to serve them better. For example, one of the newnesses that we brought, we work with the artificial intelligence. It's one of the prominent universities in Turkey. And we are taking the information about when you go to the terminal, number of passengers coming, what is the crowd. And according to that, we are opening additional counters. Just for this is enough to make the customers happy because they're waiting in the queue less.
Sure.
Second, if they do not have luggage or if they have a pre-booked internet boat ticket, they can go to our express luggage. Now we launched the version 2. They can weight their luggage. If there's excess luggage they want to pay, they can pay on that counter. Previously, they are waiting and going to the somewhere else in order to pay it. But in the single kiosk, they can weight the luggage, they can take the boarding pass, the luggage ticket, and make the payment and give the luggage back. So again, in Turkey, we change our ID cards. Now we have very technological ID cards. If you booked online and if you have your ID card attached to your booking, with your ID card, without having a boarding pass, you can pass all the way through. You can go through the securities because when you put your ID card, the security counter can read your name and attach to the flight that you're flying. So these are the, I can say, easiness we are bringing to the customers. And these are all in low cost carrier field playing field, and we are trying to provide additional services to the customers.
Do you think technology can be a differentiator for an airline?
Definitely technology can be a differentiation for a point for an airline, plus it's going to be the name of the game changer. Why? If you use technology for the sake of creating value for the customers, not for the sake of using technology because it's technological, you're the winner. If you choose the later one, we are the followers we are the geeks of the airline industry. You want to have everything at the final technology. No, you have to show how you create value to your customers by using the latest technology. And if that value bought by the customers, then you become happy, they become happy. Happy customer is continuous customer.
But if every airline has the same technology, AR and a chat bot and check-in desks and baggage drop and all of the automation you can think of, then what differentiates that airline?
Agility and how you bring it to the customer's usage. So seconds are important in our lives. We are living in a very fast decade. So if you provide those services with very easy access and in a fast pace, then you make your differentiation. And you have to be the first comer. So if you're a follower, your life is tough. But if you're the first comer, if you can think ahead of the customer by asking what they want from you in the future and try to prepare yourself accordingly, you're the winner.
And what's your view on distribution and changes in the distribution landscape, NDC, etc.? Where do you stand on all that?
As long as we have the customers, we're going to have all means of distribution. They're going to buy more online, but we need the agents, we need the GSAs, we need all means. Why? Because we have different variety of customers, and our customers, we are flying for two different countries, and not all the customers are at the same level. Of course, some customers want more digitalization or internet or privacy and mobility, but some wants to go to because they cannot have access, they cannot use the internet, they want to go to the agent or they want to use the GSAs. So this is going to be a mix, and if you understand the best mix according to your customer profile, which profiling your customers or segmentation of your customers are very important, you will act accordingly. So I don't think that in the coming future, at least for 10 more years, these channels will not change. Of course, the balance among them might change, but all those channels are going to be there.
Okay, that's interesting. Is the East-West cultural mix a challenge in itself? Because, as you say, you've got some who are much more adapted to mobile and others who are coming up, behind.
With the internet, we cannot put geographical difference, but we can put age difference.
Right, true.
Because as long as you have internet, even if you're in the middle of Africa and if you have access to the internet, and the youngsters can do the internet as much as their counterparties in the Western world. But as the age goes up, even if you have the access, if you're not used to the mobile or to the computer world, it doesn't important whether you're in UK or whether you're in Turkey or whether you're in China. So instead of geography, the age is becoming more important, and computerization or computer acquaintancy is becoming very important.
Now, I think you had some quite significant mobile booking growth, both through the web app and website over recent years. Are you still seeing that same growth as you go forward, and how are you kind of staying on top of that?
Yes, why? I can give myself an example. I came here for 2 days and I brought only my smartphone because the smartphone is big enough on the screen size. I don't need the tablet or the computer or the notebook. I can do all my office work if there's going to be an authorization approval on my smartphone through accessing by the mobile network to my computer in the office. So as long as the smartphones are becoming more important in our life, the mobility will increase because people do not want to carry so many gadgets.
Sure.
If they can do everything with one instrument, they're going to love to carry only one instrument. And nowadays, mobile smartphones are that instrument for most of the people.
Do you see it progressing then to us talking more to our smartphones as opposed to typing on our smartphones? Because I see my kids, for example, they've used query on their smartphones all the time, and so I wonder if that's the evolution.
I can type with 2 fingers.
Yeah,
but
we're going to end up with huge thumbs.
But at the end of the day, what's going to happen? There are some infrared keypads.
Sure.
So if you want to type fast, you're going to use those infrared keypads, and you can use your mobility as your computer.
You don't think we'll just talk to our devices and it'll just automatically appear? Yeah. So when you get up in the morning and you think, okay, I'm going to work now, what is the greatest challenge you think you face, your airline faces?
Every single day, every single ticket, we want to make our customers happy.
Sure.
This is a retailing habit, I can say, but not because of profession. My family also was a retailer in my hometown. So every single day you open the business. I ask my colleagues, think, what am I going to do today different and better to make our customers happy? If you can find the answer to that question, you will be successful always. And that's called sustainability.
Mehmet, that seems like a great point to leave the conversation.
Thank you
so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.